All right, Ron Goodall, FightHype.com. I'm here with Lamont Roach Sr, Mr. No Excuse. How's it going?
Going good, man. How you doing?
Good, good. Man, the gym is full of tons of amateur fighters. I didn't even know that you had this many fighters. I guess maybe I'm just a casual, but you know, I know you had a lot of pros, but it feels like you have 1,000 amateur fighters back there.
Man, this is where it starts at, man. We got a stable. We got to keep backfilling, you know what I'm saying? Once group turn pro, we got one group coming right after them if they choose to do so. So we got a very good program. I got a very good bunch of coaches that keep it going, man. And shout out to them for all the hard work they put in. But our program is one of the top in the nation.
How many amateur fighters do you think you have in here? Because it's a lot. Like, it seems like every 10 seconds another kid walks in there.
We got about 30 right now. Yeah, about 15 actively competing. So, yeah, it's good.
I know that you have a card for Pro Box September 5th, which has a lot of your, amateur standouts that turn professional, which there's soon to be professional standouts. And do you see yourself one day having a card where you kind of have a whole entire no excuse card, or is that too much?
Nah, it's not too much. I can see myself doing that, you know what I'm saying? But me, I like to spread it. So, I had to throw in some other gyms from around from the area too as well. But that's one of the goals though when I first started, man, to make sure I get my program established along the process, getting others on. But no excuse, definitely. I can see a full card with no excuse fighters.
Yeah, and I know that your youngest son Jordan's going to be on September 5th. Ben Johnson, both those guys are multi-time national champions, so both undefeated fighters. So I know that you're excited. From that point, what do you think about their potential opponents going into that fight?
Well, very excited about them. You know what I'm saying? They staying active, staying busy. With No Excuse Promotion and Pro Box. We in the process of building fighters too. So building them the right way and getting them active and taking on challenge step by step to get them further in their career. But I'm excited about who they're facing this time coming up. You know what I'm saying? I hopefully Ben is in there with a guy that been distanced with some prospects. So I'm happy to see that he can get in the ring with somebody with that experience, so he can get that experience and be victorious in the process. And Jordan as well. Jordan gonna be in there with a veteran guy. Kind of tough finding fights for them 115 pounders and things like that. So he's a little bit more on a faster track. But like you said, with their extensive amateur background, I could take certain challenges with them. So looking forward to him, man. And Jordan he's an exciting fighter, so he's fan friendly. So people definitely want to come out and see him fight.
So I do have to ask. I know that it's on the tip of my tongue. It's a fight that was announced that it had the boxing world either excited, confused, angry, a bag of emotions. But what seemed to be a fight that many people wanted to see your son Lamont Roach Jr. to face Gervonta Tank Davis took another turn, and it looks like on Netflix is going to be Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul. Your overall thoughts on the whole situation, because I know that you guys have been kind of pursuing and wanting a rematch, and I guess just wanted to start from there.
Yeah, we got the news just like everybody else, man. It was very surprising to see that announcement, given that we thought we should have had the fight for him next. But that's the business of boxing, man. Stuff like that takes place, and you got to see what you're going to do going forward with it. You know what I'm saying? It's unusual, you know what I'm saying, because we had an agreement. So we'll see how that plays out, though. You know what I'm saying? Because we were preparing for that bout for months, and got postponed a couple of times. But to see it go somewhere else, you know what I'm saying, that just it's not good. It's not good for the sport. I know how people say, oh, money this and money that, but you got to do business the right way. You know what I'm saying? You got guys on that other side, especially fighters, that take time out of their life, train, you know what I'm saying, get their coaches, their small partners, they go different places, travel. They invest a lot of times in their career, and it's a lot. So, when they get back, they get news like that, you know what I'm saying, it does not receive well. So, but we solid. We're going to stand 10 toes down, man, and we're going to see what's next for us.
I know not a lot of narratives been thrown your guys' way. I know that there's a huge boxing community, that boxing purists or or just people who feel like, you know, the competitive side or the integrity side is that, you know, the rematch is supposed to happen. As fighters like Floyd, if there was controversy, you know, you run it back, like the Castillo Maidanas or Ward with the Kovalev, or, you know, the list goes on. Or even when Sugar Ray lost to Duran, you wanted to get the rematch. So in this sense, many people are upset that this isn't a direction that Tank's going. But then there's another side that goes, well, if you guys were in the situation to make X amount of money, you know, or majority of fighters would do it because prize fighting's the game, you know. So um, I guess the ask is like, is there an understanding, or is there some sort of sense? Because that would be the narrative that would be constantly pestering you guys' life, of just saying he's going to make upwards to X amount of money, so of course he's going to take it.
You ask if I would take it, or, you know,
I guess
I think from a business standpoint, I wasn't brought up like that. Business is business, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just break business and go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? That's not setting a good precedent in the sport of boxing. It's not setting a bar on how you operate, how you do business. You know what I'm saying? That means anybody got a fight right now, they're going to just say, hey, man, I'm going to get more money to take another fight and just call it off. You can't do that. You know, you got stuff put in place so things like that shouldn't happen. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't give people a pass because who they are, how much money they make. Nobody's knocking nobody from making money. You know what I'm saying? You make money, feed your family, and do stuff for your kids and things like that. More power to them or whoever's getting that. I don't watch nobody pockets. Mm-hmm. But when you got some obligations and stuff like that, you honor those obligations. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't, you go about it a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I was brought up, and that's how business take place. You just can't do that. And you can't do that not in boxing, in any business. You know what I'm saying? You got deals in place, and you can't break them deals without consequences.
You know, I guess the word obligations, I mean, some people felt that Tank may not be obligated to it, but I guess I don't know how much you can speak on it, but it was a full-blown obligation that you were supposed to get the fight, or?
I mean, they exercised the rematch clause. It's plain as day. Everybody's seen it back and forth on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we was in it to win it. It's going to be a hell of a fight. It still can be, you know, but that was supposed to be next on both sides. So everybody know that. Ain't no secret. We can play with interviews and play with quotes and stuff like that, but, you know, facts are facts. The rematch was supposed to take place, and we were preparing for it. We're not just going to prepare for nothing. Nobody no food like that. So people going to have their opinion. That's their opinion, but when it comes to business, talk to some business guys, and they tell you that's how business works. You obligated to something, you handle your obligations, or you get out of it a certain way.
Mm-hmm. You know, with this fight, I know that it's an exhibition, but for the most part, some people feel like Tank is just so much more better than Jake Paul, and some people feel, well, Jake Paul is this big heavyweight that punches hard, and Tank's going to find out, you know. I mean, do you feel like this is going to be an actual real fight just underneath the term exhibition? And do you see the fight playing out when someone gets hurt?
I don't even want to talk on that fight, be honest. I can care less about what it is. It's an exhibition, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing. He ducked that work. Yeah. He ducked that work.
Do you feel like the rematch would have been a tougher fight for Tank? I know this is a very one-sided question, but just asking because just seeing Lamont train a little bit today, I mean,
it's ready, man. It's ready. I mean, I feel like they would have prepared better, been prepared as well. You know what I'm saying? It would have made for a great fight. And then the fans wanted to see it. And like I said, it could happen again, you know. So, but Lamont was, maybe it's a good thing he didn't take it. I'm going to tell you like that. He better been ready, because it wasn't going to be pretty in that ring. But, you know, we'll see if it go down the line. It's still there. We'll see what happens. We stand ready. We're going to keep our career going. We're not going to stay stagnated. So look out for some news soon.
Just trying to be optimistic, do you see a world where after the exhibition that Tank will not retire and take the money, or do you see him potentially wanting to do it? I mean, I know it's not really for say, but just, I guess on the optimistic side, do you see a world where, because some people might say, hey, it makes it bigger, he fights Jake, and it comes into the rematch.
I don't know, man. I can't trust what that guy do. If he say we're gonna fight again, they say Logan Paul asked him to fight, he gonna fight, or it's Triple H, or The Rock. Somebody asked him to fight. Is he gonna go take that money too, or whatever? It's big money in this fight. Man. You know what I'm saying? That's all the excuse. He made a decision, man. So he just got to live with the decisions to make. I don't know what his future holds. Maybe it's time for him. If he want to hang it up, man, he hangs it up and he goes on with the rest of his career, his life after boxing. So at the end of the day, as a competitor, yeah, damn sure we wanted to fight. We wanted to fight because we believe we won the first fight, and we was going to show our skill and duplicate it again and show the world again and put on a great performance. You know what I'm saying? So we was ready. I hope they were. If they line up down the line, they line up down the line.
Awesome. My last question is just in regards of the Pro Box card, September 5th. For the fight fans that are around the area or tuning in on Pro Box and YouTube, where can they get their tickets or get more information about it?
You can hit the Fighters up for tickets. You can go to Ticketmaster.com and get tickets. You can DM me for tickets. And tickets are reasonable, starting at $60. It'll be a great night. Got a hell of a card, man. To come see some championship, high-ranked, high-talented fighters around the world and from the local area.
All right, awesome. And where can they follow on social?
At Team No Excuse on Twitter. That was on Instagram. On Twitter at No Excuse Boxing.